Imagine two people lose their jobs on the same day. 6 months later, one is still stuck, anxious, and defeated. The other has found a new career path, started a side project, and feels more alive than they have in years. What's the difference? Was it luck? Money? Personality? No, the difference was happening inside their skulls. For decades, we thought hope was just a feeling, a fluffy, optional extra. But neuroscience has discovered something that changes everything. Hope is a biological system. It's a neural circuit built into your brain, designed to be activated, strengthened, and used especially when life falls apart. And in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how your brain builds it, and how you can start strengthening your own hope circuits today. Because this isn't about positive thinking. This is about brain hacking. So, let's start by demolishing the biggest myth. Hope is not denial. It's not looking at a burning building and saying, "It's fine, just a little warm." Hope is a cognitive emotional construction system. It's your brain's most advanced feature, the ability to project itself into a dark, uncertain future. Let's start drawing a map. This process is powered by a specific team of brain regions. First, you have the prefrontal cortex. This is your brain's CEO. Its job is executive function, planning, decision-making, and most importantly, future simulation. When you try to imagine a better outcome, your prefrontal cortex doesn't just daydream. It runs complex simulations. It's a supercomputer asking, based on what I know, what are the possible paths? What are my options? What's step one? This is called neural forecasting. But here's the critical part. This CEO works right next door to the amygdala, or brain's alarm system, the fear center. In people who are resilient, we see stronger connectivity between these two regions. The prefrontal cortex doesn't silence the amygdala. It doesn't say, "Shut up, there's no danger." It says, "I see the danger. I feel the fear, but I also see a path forward." Hope, neurologically speaking, is regulated fear. It's not the absence of panic. It's your thinking brain taking your panicking brain by the shoulders and saying, "Okay, we've got this. Let's move." So we have the architecture. Now let's look at the fuel. Hope runs on a specific chemical cocktail your brain brews. The star of the show is dopamine. You've probably heard it called the pleasure chemical. That's a myth. Dopamine is the motivation chemical. It's the molecule of anticipation. When you set a goal, even a tiny one, and you take a step toward it, your brain releases dopamine. It gives you a little hit of yes, keep going. This is working. This is why the advice to set small goals isn't just touchy-feely nonsense. It's a biochemical strategy. Every tiny win, every checkbox, is a dose of dopamine that fuels your engine and strengthens the neural pathway for motivated action. Then there's serotonin. If dopamine is the accelerator, serotonin is the suspension system. It stabilizes your mood. When serotonin levels are balanced, you're less likely to hit a pothole of stress and spin out into catastrophic thinking. It provides the emotional steadiness that hope needs to take root. And finally, the often forgotten ingredient, oxytocin. This is the bonding chemical, released when we feel connected and safe with others. When you share your struggle with someone who truly listens, your brain releases oxytocin. It literally dampens your stress response. It tells your nervous system, you are not alone in this fight. This is why hope is rarely built in isolation. Your brain is wired for collective resilience. A shared burden actually changes your neurochemistry. Now, this is where the science gets really interesting and counterintuitive. We often think of stress as the enemy of hope. And yes, chronic, overwhelming trauma is destructive. But here's the neural truth. Moderate, manageable stress is a neural gym. Think of it like lifting weights. You don't get stronger by avoiding the weights. You get stronger by stressing the muscle, letting it recover, and repeating. When you face a difficulty and you survive it, When you navigate that challenge, your brain encodes that experience. It creates what we can call a resilience memory. This is experience-dependent plasticity. That memory becomes evidence. Neural pathways strengthened, saying, remember that hard thing? We did it. We can do hard things. That evidence becomes expectation. If I survived that, maybe I can survive this. And that expectation ... is hope. This is the foundation of what psychologist Martin Seligman called learned optimism. It's not about reciting affirmations. It's about building a library of neural evidence that your actions can lead to positive outcomes. Every time you overcome something, sticking to a workout, having a difficult conversation, finishing a project you wanted to quit, you are not just solving a problem. You are rewiring your brain for future resilience. You are telling the fear circuits in your amygdala, quiet down. The CEO has a track record. We've got this. This brings us to the most powerful concept in all of neuroscience: neuroplasticity. Your brain is not a static, hardwired machine. It is a living, dynamic ecosystem that changes with experience. Every thought you think, every action you take, strengthens a neural pathway. It's like a path in a dense forest. The first time you walk it, it's overgrown and hard to follow. The 100th time, it's a clear, wide road. If you repeatedly practiced problem solving instead of worrying, looking for meaning in the struggle, visualizing a positive future, setting and achieving micro goals, you are not just thinking happy thoughts. You are physically building a superhighway for hope in your brain. Brain imaging studies back this up. They show that when you vividly visualize an action, say, practicing a piano piece or navigating a difficult conversation, the same neural networks fire as if you were actually doing it. When you mentally rehearse resilience, your brain practices resilience. You are strengthening the very circuits you'll need when real adversity hits. You are building the infrastructure of hope before the storm arrives. So we've moved from poetry to science. How do you actually apply this? Here's a practical, neuroscience-backed protocol to cultivate a hopeful brain. Number 1, future simulation practice. Spend just 3 to 5 minutes a day. Don't fantasize about winning the lottery. Simulate a realistic, positive future. See yourself handling a tough situation with grace. Imagine the feeling of completing a project you're working on. Your brain can't always tell the difference between a vivid simulation and reality. You are literally pre-living success. Number 2, set micro goals. Don't aim to fix my life. Aim to make my bed. Aim to walk for 10 minutes. Aim to write 1 email. Each time you achieve a micro goal, you get a dopamine hit. This builds momentum. It proves to your brain, I have agency. And agency is the bedrock of hope. Number 3, connect to purpose. Ask yourself, how does this small action connect to something bigger? Why is that email important? Because it's a step toward that new job. Why is that work important? Because it's investing in your health for your family. When you link effort to meaning, your reward pathways light up, and the effort becomes sustainable. Number 4, social buffering. You cannot do this alone. When you're in a hard time, find one safe person and tell them the truth, not for solutions, but for connection. Shared adversity releases oxytocin and lowers cortisol. Let someone sit with you in the dark. It changes your biology. Number 5, reframe the evidence. When the catastrophic thoughts come, treat them as data, not truth. Don't ask, why is this happening to me? That question leads nowhere. Instead, ask your brain a better question. What have I survived before? Your brain will search for answers. It will pull up those resilience memories. It will remind you of the evidence that you are, in fact, capable of getting through hard things. So let's bring this all together. Hope is not a magic spell. It is not a personality trait you're born with or without. Hope is a dynamic, biological system built from the cognitive forecasting of your prefrontal cortex, the emotional regulation of a connected brain, the motivational fuel of dopamine, the stability of serotonin, the bonding power of oxytocin, and the endless adaptability of neuroplasticity. Your brain is not designed to collapse under pressure. It is designed to adapt, to learn, and to find a path forward. So the question for the hard times is no longer the passive, painful one. Do I have hope? The question is the active, empowering one. Am I strengthening the circuits that build it? Because resilience isn't inherited. It's wired, and wiring can change. If this new understanding of your own brain was valuable to you, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We release new videos every day of week, designed to help you understand the incredible machine between your ears. Because the more you understand your brain, the less power adversity has over you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.